Hey, I want to talk to you about giving your pastor time off, time to recover, time to recuperate. Be on the lookout for conferences. In fact, one of the great things that I had happen was a leadership that said, if there's a conference that you really want to go to, let us know. We want to support you. We want to be able to feed into you. We want you to grow and be more effective in ministry. We want to recharge your batteries. And so, if your church can afford it, if they can afford it, we'll start talking to people in the church and say, our pastor, we'd really love to send him someplace. We'd really love to send him to a conference. We'd love to send him to a pastor's retreat. We'd like to just buy him a weekend at a bed and breakfast, whatever. Take up a collection. Don't just do it in October when it's, Pastor Appreciation Month and it's almost obligated, to do that. But what I want to talk about right now is vacation time. Vacation time. The first church I was at, they said, Mike, we're going to give you 2 weeks of vacation a year, which was fine. I was coming from a previous position where I had 3 weeks, and I was kind of like, okay, well, after some time, I'm sure they'll increase that to more. And you might be thinking, wow, I wish I had 2 weeks off or whatever for my job. But here's the thing about pastors. Many pastors, they don't minister. Their church is not where their family is. They have traveled, they've moved someplace because they felt called to work or minister in that church. And so what tends to happen is they miss their own family. They are ministering to your families at the expense of their own. They're sacrificing their own relationships with their own family for your family. And so keep that in mind, and don't be greedy. Don't be one of those that's like, oh, well, it says we're paying him good money to be here. If you want your pastor to stick around, make sure that he can have time with his family and his extended family. And it's not just that. Make sure his wife's taken care of. A lot of times, the wife, my wife, for example, I had to make sure that she would go and travel and see her family a lot of times without me, because I couldn't take as much time off as she wanted to go see family, but it was important. I knew that her family relationships were the top priority for her under Jesus and me. And so that was the thing that I really made sure of doing. And in hindsight, it would have been really nice if I had a church behind me saying, you go with her. You go with her. But, hindsight's 20/20, as they say. So now you, as church leadership, think about that. Look at it, consider it, and really ask yourself, are we giving him enough time? You can even, this is crazy, you can even ask him and say, Pastor, are you getting enough time with your family? Not just your family at home, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, those people that are important to you. Are you getting time with them? Or is it just one of those things where you see them once every 4 years because all we're giving you is 2 weeks off a year? So I would encourage you, as much time as you can, give them that time. Give them that time. It might sound crazy, like, well, I don't get that much time with my job, which leads to the next question. Do you want your pastor to treat it like a job? Well, I certainly don't. And I was very blessed. When I first started in youth ministry, one of the men in the church said to me, Mike, we don't want you to think of this as a job. Because I asked him, how many hours a week do you want me to work? And he said, I don't want you to think about that. I just want you to minister to the kids and make sure you get enough time off. And that was a great blessing to me. So go bless your pastor, make sure he gets that time off that he needs and his family needs and his wife needs. God bless you.